All right, little crybaby, sharp win off the layoff there for owner-trainer Jack Worsley as Mario Villalobos aboard, $7 winner there in race 4. Dan Illman from the Daily Racing Form, he's here with me to try to help get you a winner for race 5. How's your day going so far?
Going great. I mean, where the weather's good, it hasn't too hot. And listen, Del Cap Day is always a special day here at Delaware Park. And we saw a great addition last year, Idiomatic, on her way to a championship campaign. We got a nice betting race this year as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys have had a lot of great coverage all week long and today in the Daily Racing Form. If you want to read up about all the Del Cap races, check out the DRF. The racing form you can buy on track here or check out drf.com with a lot of great info on today's card. Let's get right to it here for race 5. We kick off a mandatory payout pick 5 right now in race 5. We're going a flat mile on a firm turf course, rail at 0 feet, claiming 16,000, 3 and up, never won 2. Big field here on the turf. The favorite's the 6, Elusive Image. That's going to be my top pick with Danny Centeno aboard. That horse has a lot of early speed. Let's start talking about the 1, Sigmund, who has our leading veteran rider here, Jamie Rodriguez, riding for the Sharp Barn of Mike Gorham. This horse had a nice maiden score last summer down there on the turf at Laurel. The 2 races so far this year, not so good. He's trying to round back into top form. He's going to have to do a lot better today in this spot.
This horse, though, is an interesting long shot because the way the race was run last time out, going 1 1/8 miles, that was a closer's race into a fast pace. And Sigmund was up close to that fast pace before tiring in only his second start off of a lengthy layoff. And the Gorham Barn sent out 12-1 winner Collection Day, third off the layoff to win at Laurel off a 6-month layoff. So that horse went off at something like 12-1 odds. I think Sigmund's going to relax off a faster pace this time around, save ground under J-Rod, and come with a good run. I think this lower distance, getting back to 1 mile, is really going to help.
All right, so Jamie Rodriguez on the 1, Sigmund. Let's take a look next at the 2, Brush Rush from the Robert G. Smith Barn. The 7-pound apprentice, Derek Roble, will ride his 3-year-old son of Painter, and he had a nice maiden score last March down there at Tampa. Hasn't done too well facing winners after that maiden win.
Another horse that was close to the pace last time out at this level, first time at Delaware Park, and then just faded pretty badly. The concern is there's a chance this pace could heat up. Both the 5 and the 6 have sharp early speed. If Brush Rush is close to that pace, it could really work against him.
All right, and this bug, Roble, he's having a good meet. Good to see him back in the saddle today. It's a big price there on the 2. The 3, Bold Licorice from the Kelly Dieter Barn, Kymar Trotman on the 6-year-old son of Candy Ride. He didn't run too bad last out coming off the layoff. Only got beat about 2 lengths at this level. Ran against Prince Fred and Holler at Your Boy, who he's going to face here once again today. He was wide, had a wide trip last out. Maybe with a little better trip, this horse could be there at a big price. He's 10-1 right now.
You hit the nail right on the head there, Stan, with Bold Licorice. This is a horse I want to use in the pick 5. He was 4 wide through the turn into the stretch last time out. He just lost a lot of ground. It was his first start since October. I think he gained a lot of fitness from that race, and he should get pace to attack this time. Bold Licorice currently trading at 10-1. That's a fair price.
All right, let's take a look next at the 4, Prince Fred from the Pedro Nazario Barn, a 7-pound apprentice, Jean Agayar, on this 3-year-old son of Opportunity. Sorry if I messed up his last name there. But Prince Fred ran a big race 2 starts ago at 58-1. Just got beat at this level with a nice lightweight assignment, 113 that day. Had 117 on him last time and bounced a little bit, just ran okay. He has nice lightweight assignment today, 110 on the 4, Prince Fred. If he shows a little speed and gets out there in that front flight with 110 on him, he might just keep going at a big price.
Well, if he runs back to that figure from 2 starts back, which comes very close to the Beyer par at 68 for this level, he is going to be tough. His most recent start was a disappointment, however, and he's another horse. He likes to be in tracking position, preferably racing in the second flight or so. I think this pace is going to be fast, and it might be too fast for him. Fair price at 13-1.
All right, it's a nice price there on the 4. The 5, Duke of Dooley, gets a big 111 early time form rating, so he has a bunch of early speed here. 4-year-old by Midshipman for Carlos Sepulveda. Jose Batista will ride this horse, making his turf debut today. What do you think, Dan?
Looks like the speed of the race, and that's something that we don't really need to tell the fans. They can read the form and see it for themselves. Trying turf for the first time, a little bit of turf pedigree. Midshipman wins 13% with turf riders. The Dam did win on the turf. She has only foaled one prior runner to try the surface. That one did not win. We'll see if he can handle the turf. It's been 23 starts. He only has one lifetime win, and he must avoid a duel with our current favorite.
All right, it's a big price there on the 5. You're 8-5 favorite. Both Dan and I's top pick here, the 6, Elusive Image by Imagining, big-time turf sire out of a stakes place mare on the turf. Danny Centeno rides this horse today. He likes to go right to the front. I think with a strong stretch ride by Centeno today, he can get the money.
Well, the key to this race is going to be the opening quarter mile. Will this horse be headstrong and keyed up as he was last time out when he simply went too fast in the opening quarter mile, 23-second flat opening quarter, and that just took the starch out of him in the stretch. If he is headstrong and he battles with the 5, he is in very big trouble. But the good news is he has shown a rating gear in the past, and I think this is what he wants to do. He's only 1 for 20 in his career, but his best races have come 2 turns on turf.
All right, so we need a smart heads-up ride here from the veteran Danny Centeno on the 6, Elusive Image. Scratch the 7, the 8, Aloha Man's going to be a big price in here from the Crystal Picket Barn. Carol Sedania rides this horse. Only got beat 3 lengths on the turf 2 starts ago, but ran a clunker last out.
Yeah, another disappointing performance last time out. His race 2 starts back was good. So this horse seems like a bit of an in and outer. I don't want to knock anyone who likes this horse because he is going to be a giant price on the tote, and he should get the right race flow. I would expect a late kick. For me, he's the kind of horse I would use underneath in single race exotics only.
All right, so scratch the 9, the 10, Atlanta's Acuna from the Ollie Figgins barn. Orlando Boca Chica on this 4-year-old by Cross Traffic, and he had a nice maiden score way back in last fall up there at Aqueduct in a New York bred maiden 40,000, 66 buyer speed figure that day. His 2 most recent turf tries, not so good. He had a little trouble at the start, last out. Hopefully he can get a little better break today. I didn't use this horse, though, but he does have some back turf form.
He certainly does, and I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt of the most recent race because, as you mentioned, he did not get out of the gate very well, and he was in against perhaps better horses. The 4th-place finisher from that race came right back to win a quarter non-winners at 2 Life with a 71 buyer speed figure. It was Atlanta's Acuna's first start over this circuit after campaigning in New York. I think he deserves another chance, especially if he stays at this 16-1. I won't again knock anyone who likes a horse like this.
That's a nice price there on the 10, the 11, Transcendental from the Jonathan Thomas barn. Rider change here on the 11. Jose Ortiz rides his 3-year-old son of Ghost Sapper, and he woke up when they dropped him to this maiden 16 level last out at Monmouth. He was part of the early pace that day, in front turning for him, and won by 2.5 as the heavy favorite that day. Well spotted today, facing winners for the first time. They don't do anything too crazy and step up. They go right back to the $16,000 level. So I think this horse is in with a good shot. I use him at the end of my picks.
And you could argue he has the most upside of any horse in this race. We probably know what the 6 is about. He's already started 20 or something times, and many of these horses are probably exposed. I'm not sure that's the case with Transcendental, who beat 2 next out winners last time out. They put the blinkers on. He seemed to like it. The 5th-place finisher from that race came back to win at Monmouth with a 62 buyer speed figure. Nice running style. He can tuck in behind the speeds, get first run on the true closers.
All right, so 7 or 2 there on the 11. Scratch to 12. The 13, Halon, gets an 84 late time form rating from the Ricky Hendricks barn. Julio Hernandez rides this horse. Beaten favorite last out against 25,000 company. Gets a little easier spot today.
I expect this horse to run a lot better in this spot than he did last time out, where he was the beaten favorite for the 25. Again, that pace was very, very fast. He was up close to it. You mentioned the Time Form US late pace rating. I think this time around they're going to take him back, hope for a fast pace, which they should get at least on paper, and come with a good, strong run. He is a square price at 8-1 on the morning line, considering he was the chalk against better last time.
All right, nice price there on the 13. The 14, Holla at Your Boy from the Kerry Ryan barn. This 4-year-old by Jimmy Creed. Beaten favorite at this level coming off the layoff, but he ran a decent race, and that gave the connections the confidence to step up to the 25,000 level last out. Maybe that race was just a little too tough. So back to an easier spot today. We get the Hall of Famer Javier Castellano to ride. This horse has some early speed, so hopefully he can break sharp and be part of that early pace when they come out of the chute.
A lot of respect for these connections, and I think they're racing Holla at Your Boy back into his best form. This will be his 3rd start start off of a lengthy layoff. Last time out, he was taken in hand early, steadied passing the stands the first time, did make a 4-wide bid on the turn, as you mentioned, Stan, and then just flattened out late. I think in his third start back, he is going to be ready from a fitness standpoint. But note, he has tired in his 2-turn races. Thus far, his best races have come sprinting.
All right, so 5-1 there on the 14. I have to correct myself. No shoot for this race. This race is only 1 mile, so they'll start at the head of the stretch and go all the way around there to the wire. So a big 11-horse field here. We kick off a mandatory payout. Pick 5. Any luck so far with the pick 5s, Dan?
Not yet for me, but you know something? There's always another one, and it's coming up in 3 minutes.
You had a 99-1 shot you picked on top at Maryland Million Day last fall, didn't you?
I got lucky. I don't think that's ever going to happen again, Stan.
Congratulations. Maybe today. All right, good luck here in race 5. We're 5 minutes out.